Let's be real. The news alerts are endless. Your social media feed is a disaster. Your to-do list is a mile long and your brain feels like it has 1,000 tabs open, all blasting different songs. It feels like the whole world is spinning out of control right now, and your anxiety is right there with it. That feeling, that sense of being completely overwhelmed, your heart hammering against your ribs, and your thoughts spiraling into your every worst case scenario, it's exhausting and it can make you feel completely powerless. But what if I told you that you have an anchor inside of you right now? That you have the power to find solid ground even when it feels like you're in the middle of a hurricane. This isn't about pretending that the chaos doesn't exist. It's about finding the calm inside the chaos. If you're tired of feeling powerless and you're ready to take back your sense of calm, stick with me. I'm going to walk you through these 3 powerful science-backed grounding techniques that can pull you back into your center in 5 minutes. These aren't complicated theories. They're practical tools that work with your body's own nervous system to bring you back into the moment right here, where you are, where you're safe, and where you're in control. So let's get started with the first one. Let's start actually with what is grounding and why does it work? Before we jump into the how, let's talk a little bit about what grounding even is. It's a term thrown around all the time. And to understand it, let's picture a huge tree in a windstorm. The branches are thrashing, the leaves are flying everywhere, and the wind is howling. But the tree itself doesn't fall. Why? Because it has deep roots holding it in the ground, and it's firmly in the earth. Grounding techniques are your roots. There are simple exercises that can pull your attention away from the storm of anxious thoughts and painful memories or worries about the future and anchor you to the right here in the present moment. When we're stressed, our bodies flip into a high alert mode. You've probably heard of it as fight or flight, or fight, flight, or freeze. Our heart rate spikes and our breathing gets shallow and chesty. And our mind races, getting us ready for a threat that we think most of the time is similar to a tiger in the bushes. But it's actually the storm in our own minds. So grounding works by hitting the pause button on that stress response. When you deliberately focus your attention on your senses, what you can actually see, hear, touch, smell, and taste right now, you send a direct signal to your brain that there's no immediate danger, no actual tiger. You're here in this moment and you're okay. This helps shift your nervous system out of the frantic, panicky state into a calmer rest and digest mode. And it's so important to get this grounding. And it's not about denial or toxic positivity. It isn't about ignoring the very real problems in your life or in the world. Think of it as a strategic retreat. It's about stepping out of the tornado for a few moments to catch your breath and steady your mind. And doing so allows you to face the challenges with more clarity, in a bigger way, and with a better sense of control. And when you practice it regularly, you're not just handling crisis, but you're actually building an emotional resilience over time. And that's so valuable for the rest of your life. So the first technique is physical. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Now, our first technique is maybe the most famous one, and for good reason. It's super effective, it's easy to remember, and you can do it anywhere without anyone having a clue. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 method, and it works by using all your 5 senses to pull you out of your head and back into the room. So let's do it together now. Wherever you are, just follow along. First, take one slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, let's start. So 5, look around you and silently name 5 things you can see. Don't just glance, really notice them. Maybe it's the pattern of the wood on your desk, the specific color of the book on your shelf, the way the light is hitting the wall, the texture of the ceiling, and take a second and really see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now, Bring your focus to what you can feel. 4. Name 4 things you can physically feel. Be specific. You feel the pressure of your feet on the floor, the texture of your shirt against your shoulders, the smooth, cool surface of your phone or the desk, the softness of your hair. Really tune into those physical sensations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. Now listen. What are the things you can actually hear? It might be the hum of a computer, the distant sound of traffic, a bird outside your window, even the sound of your own breathing. Try to pick out sounds that are happening around you, now, in the present. 1, 2, 3. 2. All right, now let's use your sense of smell. What are the things you can smell? This one can be tricky sometimes, so notice what's there. Maybe it's the faint scent of coffee, hopefully, soap, or just the air in the room, or maybe your puppy, or anything. Just imagine your favorite smells, like fresh cruscat or baked cookies if you can't think of anything. Do that for 1, 2. Now, finally, 1. Finally, bring your awareness to your sense of taste. Name that one thing you can taste. It could be an aftertaste of your last drink, the mint from your toothpaste, or you can just start noticing the sensation of your tongue in your mouth. Give it a good swallow. You can even take a sip of water and focus completely on what it feels like. Take one more deep breath in and out. How do you feel? A little quieter inside? You've just walked yourself, sense by sense, back to the present moment. This technique is so powerful to anchor you because it forces your brain to stop spiraling on a focus outside of yourself and gives you neural information calming that inner storm. The second technique is mental. We're going to describe your environment. Now, this second technique is even simpler, which makes it perfect for the moments when you're feeling really overwhelmed. When your mind is going a mile a minute, even counting down from 5 can sometimes feel like too much, even though it's not, and it's a worthy pursuit. So with this method, you can just start describing your surroundings factually with no judgment, like you're the narrator of a nature documentary. The goal is to fire up the logical, observant part of your brain, which in turn quiets down the emotional, panicked part. So you're basically proving to your nervous system, see, there's no tiger. We're in a safe, non-threatening place. Now let's try a quick version of that. I'll describe my space and you can follow along describing yours either out loud or just in your head. So I am sitting in a teal chair. There's a desk in front of me. On the desk is a laptop, which is silver. To the right is a white mug. To the wall ahead of me is beige. There's a window to my left, and through the window, I can see a tree. Now, it's as simple as that. You try. Just state the facts. I'm in a room. The floor is made of wood. The walls are beige. There's a blue pillow on the couch. I can hear the clock ticking. I can hear my dog. The more detailed, the more objective you can be, the better. Describe the colors, describe the shapes, describe the textures, and the objects. The secret is to be purely descriptive. You're not saying, in my messy office that I really need to clean. That's a judgment. And a judgment is anxiety's best friend, so we're steering away from that. You're simply stating, there are papers on the desk. See? See the difference? Anxiety loves to live in the future, in all the what ifs. This exercise yanks you back into what is now. It anchors you back into the undeniable reality that you are right here, right now. It's a simple but incredibly powerful shift from emotional panic to a calm observation. Now, the third technique is a soothing one. The self-compassion hold on it's a self-compassion technique, and it helps with soothing and gentle touch with kind words. So when we feel overwhelmed, it's easy to get mad at ourselves for feeling that way, a little voice pops up and says, why am I falling apart? I should be stronger than this. That self-criticism just piles on more stress. So this exercise is the antidote to that. So let's do this one together. Find a comfortable position, sitting or standing. First, just take one of your hands and place it on your heart. Feel the warmth of your hand on your chest. And if that doesn't feel right, you can place both hands on your stomach. Or even just wrap your arms around yourself with a gentle hug. The point is to make physical contact with yourself in a way that feels supportive. Now, you feel safe in doing so. If you do, I hope you do, close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths. Just gently feeling the pressure and the warmth from your hand. And now with your hand and on your heart or around yourself in some way, silently repeat a few kind phrases to yourself. These aren't about pretending you're not struggling. They're about acknowledging the struggle with kindness. So you can use my words or find your own, but let's try this one. This is a moment of suffering. That's it. You're just naming it, no judgment. Maybe this is a really hard moment right now. Next, let's connect to everyone else who feels this way. Suffering is a part of life. This is to remind you that you're not alone. So many people feel this way. It connects you to the shared human experience. And finally, offer yourself some kindness. May I be kind to myself? Or maybe, I am doing the best I can right now. Say whatever you would say to a good friend who was feeling that way. Just stay here for a few moments, breathing and holding yourself with this gentle, kind attention. Feel the warmth of your hand. This practice is powerful because gentle touch can release oxytocin, a hormone that helps you to feel safe and grounded. And by speaking to yourself with kindness, you interrupt that harsh inner critic. You're telling yourself on a deep level, I'm here for you. You're safe with me. It's a small but profound way to have your own back when you feel most alone. So the world is going to keep being chaotic. Life will have uncertain moments, and our minds can sometimes feel like our own worst enemies. But you're not alone and you're not powerless. You don't have to get swept away by the storm. Today you learned this 3 simple techniques you can use anytime, anywhere to find your ground. We use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method, and to get back into our senses. We practice describing our environment to anchor ourselves into reality. And we experience the self-compassion hold to offer ourselves kindness. These tools are your roots. They won't make the storm go away, but they will keep you standing firmly inside of it. They give you the power to choose how to respond instead of just reacting. The more you practice them, even when you're calm, the easier they'll be to grab when you really, really need them. So practice makes perfect, and any time is a good time. Your giant journey to finding calm is yours alone, and building a toolkit that works for you is a really personal process. So that's why sharing our experiences is so powerful. In the comments below, I would love to hear about what's going on for you. What's your go-to grounding technique? Or if you just tried one of these for the first time, how did it feel? Sharing what you went through could be the one thing that inspired someone else who's struggling and feels like they're alone and wants to find their anchor. If this was helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more ways to build resilience and to find your inner balance. Your support helps this whole community to grow. Remember, you have the power to be your own anchor. You are so much more resilient than you think. Take a deep breath. You've got this.